From the outside looking in, it can't be understood, but from the inside looking out, it can't be explained. My sources I use are all kinds of A&M websites. I also use Wikipedia for some, and I'll use A&M Traditions for a few other ones. My name is Haley Cole, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the three pillars that make A&M what it is today. Aggieland is a special place with special people. It is indefinitely better equipped than us at dealing with tragedies such as this for one simple reason. It is a family. It is a family that cares for its own. It's a family that reaches out to others. It's a family that is unified in the face of adversity. It's a family that's moved this Longhorn to tears. This is from Erica Opila from Texas University. The history is what built the school, but it's the tradition that keeps it going. Earl James Rudder, president in 1960, diversified this university by admitting women in. He also began the Corps of Cadets. Corps of Cadets is the longest-standing tradition of A&M. As you've noticed on campus, there are multiple men walking around in uniforms of all Air Force, Army, Marines, and Navy. A&M is founded upon a land grant. First off, it started out as just a land grant, and that's when the mechanical and the agriculture came in. Next, they moved on to the Sea Grant, which, as you heard, A&M Galveston is one of the top-ranked marine biology schools in the United States. Next, we moved on to space. A&M is home of one of the top space engineering programs in the country. NASA has supported it fully. Some of the traditions that have A&M based off of are Silver Taps, which happens the first Tuesday of every Tuesday in the semesters of fall and spring. It's a day to remember all the graduates and undergraduates who have died over the past month. Each Tuesday, the lights are shut down on campus, and each student lights a candle. In honor of this, students are able to notify parents and also send letters to the families of the victims who had fallen, and the shots are never rang out in the east for one reason. The sun will never set down on that Aggie again. The next remembrance that A&M is mostly proud of is the MSC, the Memorial Student Center. Memorial Student Center is for all the people we've lost in war. It's also a place of gratitude. So in honor of this, everyone is to take off their hats when they walk through the doors. The last and probably most important remembrance that Texas A&M does is mustard. As you've heard, softly call the mustard and let the comrade answer here. Muster is a tradition that A&M does to honor all the Aggies, former Aggies, present Aggies, even some future Aggies who have died over the year. If you are to lose a dad who used to be an Aggie, you would sit on the floor, and as they call your dad's name out, instead of him being able to answer because he's no longer here, you or another family member would whisper here. In their honor, Aggies always say, "We're one family." The second tradition that built A&M is the Aggie Ring. It's been around since 1889, and it has kept its symbols since 1894, when the ring was finally modeled and they became one person to establish the ring. The Aggie Ring is also helpful not just because it looks good on your hand, but it's also a network. It helps you get jobs, it's a great conversation starter, and it also is one of those things that when someone sees it, they know you had to work hard to get it. Outside of the history and tradition, what else is Texas A&M known for? Texas A&M is also one of the top schools in the United States to attend. It's one of the top 100 in the world to visit. There's 120 undergraduate degrees. There's 240 graduate degrees. It's ranked #1 in the payback ratio, which is however much information and money you put into your education is how much money or more that you'll receive later on in your career. A&M is also known for its research. There are $630 million worth of research in A&M. We have research funding from NASA, National Institute of Health, Department of Energy, and the Office of Naval Research. A&M is also home to one of the largest research parks in the United States, called Research Park, and it is 400 acres of land. You may not have heard of the new irrigation system that the Agriculture Department set up, but have you heard of Johnny Football? The third thing to keep A&M running is athletics. Texas A&M is home of the 12th man, which is one of the schools traditions that supports the largest athletic program in the United States. On July 1st, 2012, A&M decided that they were going to move to the biggest conference in the nation, the SEC. To begin off, A&M was considered no man. They weren't going to be anything. They weren't going to be able to compete in the SEC. Everything just looked really down. As you all know, though, that's changed. Within the first year, A&M pulled across the SEC West Championship for women's volleyball. The football team beat Alabama in the last few seconds. Kentucky's winnings were lost to A&M's basketball team, which ended their 28th game running streak. Tennis goes to regionals, both men and women's. Baseball and softball both advanced to the finals, and freshman Johnny Football decided that he may win a Heisman. Building champions. There are 650 student athletes at Texas A&M. There's 20 varsity sports, and they rank 6th in the NACDA Cup, which is the national cup for all sports in the United States. Texas A&M has 46 Big 12 titles, which is more than any other school in the state, in the nation. And they're 5th in the nation for the state-of-the-art athletic complex. Many of you know the Granger Smith song, We Bleed Maroon. This is the greatest part about it. And yellow farmers fight when our boys are backed up, throw our arms around each other and sing Hullabaloo, because that's what we do when we bleed maroon. In conclusion, you may not know everything you need to know about the 3 pillars of Texas A&M, but I hope my speech gave you an insight to the beauty and what a lot of people and students call home, Texas A&M University.